What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today is the big day with the Jeep. That's right, Dad. Today is the big day with the Jeep. It's going to be a mixture of tonight, which we only have like an hour of daylight today, and all day tomorrow. Yeah, look at that LB7 smoke, baby. Because it's freaking America Day, that's why. So the one and only mod that we actually already have done to the Jeep is being taken off, and that is these angry eyes right here, and I'm going to tell you why. We got new headlights. Now if I remember right, these were just double-sided tape and should just pop right off, which they are. Look at how much dirt was underneath all of that. That's insane. But my wife, in the meantime, is installing these on the side, on both sides. Now to get the grill out, you have to remove all these little clips. Now I do have this special tool that I like to use for clips because you have a tendency of not breaking them. Hey you! Are you driving the Camaro? Yeah? Huh? The grill is off. Now I did take the 4 screws on either side of this so we can pop the front side of the bulb out. And just like that, they're out. So now we just need to disconnect the plug. And just like that, they are out. All right, so it is now Saturday morning. I stopped working on the headlights because my wife is trying to get the spare tire rack off. I'm gonna show you guys what she did back here, and then we will get back into getting everything torn apart. So she decided that she got these little covers. She wanted to put those on, and she wanted to put the little cover, kind of, I guess it's like a delete for that. So far we have that done. Those that she put up here, and then this is what the front of the Jeep looks like right now. One thing that really drives me nuts was those side steps, and we got them off. There was 9 bolts in total to get the side step off. Now we still need to get it off on the other side, but we're going to work our way around the Jeep to get everything completely off and then put it back together. You helping Dad? Yes. Yes? All right, awesome. Thank you. Woo! We have been at this for a little bit, and we got our new bumper installed on the back side of the Jeep, and man, does it look freaking awesome. In the meantime, my wife is going to be taking off the fender flares, and we are going to be getting the front bumper off because we have a whole slew of for the Jeep today. Little bit of an update. Our front bumper is mounted. The lights needed adjusted. They were a little bit off. Thank you, Devin, for fixing the lights. Also, my wife and Devin also mounted the 52-inch light bar up top. My wife is getting ready to put the tiny KCs that go over here. Then we can finally start getting fender flares together, get that on, get the lift on, get the wheels, grill, and headlights on, and then we're pretty much ready to go. All right, so now that we have most of the stuff together, we started putting the headlights in. Now we did go with the nice oval headlight ring, whatever the hell you want to call it, but we have to get the other, yeah, that one. We have to put the other side in now, and then we're gonna put our new grill on. So we still have some shackles and stuff that my wife has painted over here, but damn! I cannot wait to get this thing lifted. And on 35, damn! I am like super stoked with how this turned out. All right, Devin is getting the Jeep lifted right now. We are getting ready to install our lift kit on the Jeep so we can install our 35s underneath with our Pro Comps. And finally, everything will be done in the driveway by ourselves. Really, Devin and I and my wife doing kind of like the little stuff today. Then we need to install our fender flares, and this build is complete. Everything is lifted up in the air right now. We're going to get ready to do the front suspension lift on the Wrangler, the 08 Wrangler. Devin actually ran back down to his house, which is like 30 seconds away. He's going to get another battery for his impact. That way we can kind of speed through the process. We figured that we would start off with the front rather than the rear, because I feel like the front's going to be a little bit harder. But this is going to look freaking insane when we are done. Are you ready to lift the Jeep? You don't know? Have a high five? High five for the Jeep?
No.
Yeah, no, Dad. Dad?
Dad.
Oh, that's right. Another little update. We are along, hooked up. Everything is good on the passenger front of the Jeep. Now, on this side, we do have the spring in place. We have to decompress the shock, get the shock mounted up in the top, and then we can put the wheels on and move on to the back. But I have not eaten all day, so pizza is life right now.
Many hours later.
All right, it is 12:08 in the morning. Right now, we've been busting our balls the whole night to get everything done. We are going to continue this video here a little bit. I'm going to get a little bit of sleep. The Jeep is lifted, the wheels are on. Pretty much everything is done but the fenders at this point. I didn't want the video quality to kind of go down because it was getting dark, and quite frankly there wasn't a whole lot to watch with us doing the lift. So with that being said, guys, let's catch up tomorrow. Okay, so it is now Sunday, the following day. Now there is some things that we need to finish up, so this thing isn't completely done yet, and honestly the only thing that needs to be done yet is the fender flares. But we have a couple parts that for lack of better terms, don't fit properly. So rather than just holding off to extend this video out even longer, we're going to show you guys how the Jeep looks now, and then we'll do another video with the fender flares on. So here comes the big reveal. Alright guys, so pretty much a bittersweet moment of actually being able to build my wife's dream build. And obviously we wanted to do everything all at one shot rather than just kind of piece it out over the next 2 or 3 years. We've been setting money aside. We ended up actually using some of our tax return, which was freaking awesome. And you know, you don't realize it until you actually put the man hours in yourself of actually building a vehicle. And that it doesn't matter whether it's a Jeep or a diesel truck or a Honda Civic. It really doesn't. If you sit back, you spend your own money, and you build something, and you have like this image in your head of exactly how you want your vehicle to look. And while you're doing the process, like the whole way along, you like start to see it transform into everything that you have ever imagined in it being. And honestly, I can't say thank you enough to Devin, who is one of my best friends, for coming up and honestly spending the majority of the day with me yesterday. Now, I started at like 9 o'clock in the morning, just started working on things. Devin came over around noon. He stayed over there till almost midnight. And by the time that we got home, my wife and I, walked across the street, because obviously Grandpa lives right across the road. Well, his house used to be right across the road. Some of you guys don't know my grandfather that we used to live with, passed away in January. And we still have his house, so honestly my driveway is stone, so it wasn't the best situation for me to really lift and work on the Jeep in our driveway, so we just took it across the street. But it really means a lot. And honestly, if you guys have an idea in your mind of a build that you want to do, don't let anybody stop you from doing it. Like, truthfully, Do I ever, or have I ever seen myself building a Jeep Wrangler in my life? No, honestly, I haven't. I'm more of a truck or a car kind of guy. But, you know, when my wife expressed to me that she wanted a Jeep and that her dream build was to have a Jeep, we just really wanted to make it every little bit that she wanted. And my wife is stoked, honestly. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. The total cost for this build was just over $1,700. That is crazy. And a lot of the parts were new. The wheels we picked up for $200. Now, granted, we are going to have to get different tires. So that's something that's going to happen. We couldn't beat the deal that we got. There is some tread life in the tires left. But for what it was and what the build is, we literally took a bone stock 2008 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited X and made it into this freaking animal, in my opinion, and everything that my wife has ever imagined. So if this was your first time watching a video on my channel, guys, please give this video a big thumbs up. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Until next time, guys, see ya.